6 years ago, then Labour MP, although now he's been appointed House of Lords by the Tories to reward for all the damage he did to the Labour Party, he organises a television crew to film him screaming in my face, I'm a Nazi apologist. Then he launches this big lie that I said it was Zionist. And then the General Secretary of the Labour Party announces I'm suspended without having picked up the phone and say, did you say this? How can anyone say that a man who murdered 6 million Jews was a Zionist? It's just bizarre. But because of my suspension by the General Secretary, this became like global news all around the world. I mean, literally, one of the things that's really moved me in all of this was in the days after my suspension, somewhere between 35 and 40 people stopped me on the street, and they all said exactly the same thing. I'm Jewish. I know what you said is true. What's all this about? Because it wasn't about anti-Semitism. It was about getting rid of then Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn. The moment I was accused of being anti-Semitic and then suspended from the party, all my work was cancelled. So this last 6 years, I've just been this old age pensioner sitting at home, watching the telly or reading a book.
And has that had any impact on you financially?
Before I was accused of being anti-Semitic, I was doing meetings all around the world. I was earning about 80,000 a year. And this last 6 years, I've just been living off my pension. And as I've got this big mortgage. And so I really worry about my family inheriting that when I die.
So you're actually getting into debt?
Oh, yeah. I mean, inevitably. Well, you just got this £260,000 mortgage. And to have that when you're a 77-year-old pensioner, that is a bit ridiculous.
So it sounds to me like you could do with some support from people on this.
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, I used to carry on buying a lottery ticket each week and over winning. I didn't realise that the chances of winning are especially about 1 in a million. I gave up on that. But then I always think back, Jeremy Corbyn had to put up with all those lies and smears, not just me. Tony Benn did. If you're a genuine socialist, you get all this abuse from the establishment and the right-wing media. But if me and Jeremy had been born and brought up in Brazil or Argentina, we'd been murdered, not just abused.